question that we're dealing with is there are some who will make the claim that we are living in a post-racial culture, meaning that after the efforts for integration, that we have arrived at a culture that is not racially determined. And what can we do to correct it? Because I disagree with that. We are not in a post-racial culture. When you look at the statistics with regard to health and education, employment and wealth, it is clear that the majority of all wealth and the majority of all the benefits of this culture are still in the lives and in the hands of predominantly white people. And those that are left out are African American, Latina, and others. Economics are still controlled by predominantly white people. Integration has been it has not been an unequivocal good. Integration has always been people of color coming into the white culture, coming into a white-based culture that is already established and already predispositioned to white behavior. And it's obvious that we are not living in a post-racial culture. Michelle Alexander, in her magnificent book, The New Jim Crow, points this out very vividly with her impeccable statistics. Today there are more African American men disenfranchised to vote than there were at the time of slavery. So we still have Jim Crow around, and we're still living in a racially determined society. Now, what can we do to correct this? Well, I turn to the great prophet and the great leader, Dr. Martin Luther King, who 5 days before he was assassinated was headed toward Memphis to stand with the sanitation and garbage workers there for their just salary and benefits as a worker. Dr. King was in the midst of organizing a Poor People's Campaign where he was going to call to Washington, D.C. People from all walks of life and all races to deal with an economic Bill of Rights, to deal with the Poor People's Campaign. And he basically outlines all of this in his book, Where Do We Go From Here?, in which he makes the claim that America, in order to fulfill its dream for everybody equally, has got to become a place where there is a guaranteed annual income and a guaranteed annual employment for all of its citizens, for all of its people, so that the access to the benefits of this society are equal and based on one's labor, not on one's capacity to pay.